Did you know that the Hyundai Sonata was not really a Hyundai and that the first generation Sonata was actually a Hyundai Stellar? Let's see how a car without an identity became one of the longest-lasting sedans in the world. The first generation Sonata was introduced as early as 1985, and it was actually a modernized Hyundai Stellar and assembled with important components from other manufacturers such as Mitsubishi or Ford. The Sonata was sold quite poorly only in South Korean domestic market, being withdrawn from the market in 2 years. For the second generation, Hyundai prepared better. It opted for a different exterior design style, much more current and aerodynamic, with a smaller front grille and larger headlights. Engines have been improved, offering engines from 1.8 liters with 95 HP to a more powerful 3 liters with 146 HP. Also, with this generation, the Sonata was also available for the US and European markets. In 1991, the Sonata received a facelift that brought small improvements to the exterior, receiving new headlights and taillights. In 1993, the third generation followed, which was longer and with more equipment than the previous one, for which kept somewhat the same exterior design, the small grille and elongated headlights. Powertrains included a 1.8-liter gasoline engine with 98 horsepower and a 2-liter with 126 horsepower or a 3-liter gasoline engine with 142 horsepower. There was a facelift for the third-generation Hyundai Sonata in 1996 which brought changes to the front and rear. In addition, Hyundai gave up the 1.0-liter engine, keeping only the 2-liter and 3-liter engines. In 1998, Hyundai introduced the fourth-generation Sonata, which came with a new design. The grille was narrow and long, and the headlights and taillights had a round appearance. On the side, they added a sharp line, that was all. The interior was simple without extravagant elements. Under the hood, Hyundai was installed with 2 gasoline engine options, one a 2-liter engine and the other a 2.5-liter engine. In 2001, the Sonata received a refresh of the style as well as the engine. It was a big change in the design of the headlights that resembled those on the Mercedes-Benz C-Class. The interior was mostly dressed in leather and decorated with wooden elements. Regarding the engine, the Sonata received a 2.7-liter Delta V6 engine in addition to the other 2-liter, 2.4-liter, and 2.5-liter engines. A new Sonata leaves the factory in 2004. Again, Hyundai opts for a completely new design, this time more successful. The rounded silhouette of the car gave it presence and elegance, and the thin and elongated headlights and taillights gave it an aerodynamic appearance. The interior has been simplified, offering enough space for passengers. The Sonata came equipped with a variety of engines from a 2-liter to a 2.4-liter, 2.7-liter, or a 3.3-liter with a 237 horsepower. In 2008, the facelift version was launched, which includes revised engines, front fascia and grille, revised headlights and taillights, giving it an appearance much closer to the present. The interior also received a new central stack and a new instrument panel. A new generation, a new design. A new Sonata was introduced in 2009 and brought a new styling change with a more fluid and sophisticated line. With a chrome front grille, elongated headlights, and a coupe-style roof. The interior came with new elements, a new central console, and a new instrument panel. Under the hood, the Sonata came with a 2-liter or a 2.4-liter unit. The 7th generation Sonata was launched in 2014 and came again with a different design. Larger grille, thinner headlights, new taillights, and very prominent lateral horizontal lines that highlights its silhouette. The interior was quite simple and full of technology. Engines included 1.6-liter, 2-liter turbo, or 2.4-liter units. The 7th generation received a facelift that was a radical design. Everything was new, from the headlights, grille, taillights, and hood. Of course, the interior has also been revised with a larger navigation and better positioned elements. The 8th generation Hyundai Sonata represents the evolution of the sedan over time. The 2020 Sonata has a shape similar to the fastback, with sharp lines, new headlights that extend over the hood, a new grille and C-shaped taillights along the back. In the interior, minimalism stands out. The optional 12.3-inch digital group and the central 10.3-inch touchscreen together with the head-up display. Under the hood, Hyundai equipped the Sonata with two 1.6-liter and 2.5-liter gasoline options, but also a 2-liter hybrid unit. The facelift model of the 8th generation Sonata was presented in 2023 and brings a major redesign. The front part receives a completely new design with an illuminated LED strip next to two optical blocks, a look also found at the back where the LED taillights are joined by a strip. The new Sonata has an aggressive appearance along with the grille and sharp lines on the whole car. Inside, the panoramic and curved digital instrumentation with a diagonal 12.3 inches for the driver's display and the multimedia system stands out, and the rest of the elements together with the ambient lighting complete the futuristic look of the car. Regarding the engine, it is assumed that the Hyundai Sonata will benefit from a 2.5-liter turbo gasoline engine which will develop 290 horsepower for the N-Line version. After decades of development, the Hyundai Sonata has reached its 8th generation and represents the evolution and revolution of the model in its entirety.